What's good, YouTube? It's Dens here. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison between Starfield and Fallout 4. If you don't know, Starfield and Fallout 4 are games both made by Bethesda, one of my favorite games that I've ever played, both of them. Fallout does hold a special place in my heart, and Starfield recently is quickly becoming one of my most played Bethesda games ever in terms of time invested. Before we do get into it, I just first want to let you guys know that on September 14th, I will be doing a subathon, a 24-hour minimum stream where I'll be playing Death Stranding 1 and 2. Be sure to pull up to the stream and come support. Every single subscription increases the stream duration by 1 hour, and subscriptions will be half price. The last time I done this was in 2023, where I played Starfield on its release day and had a 57-hour stream. So I really am hoping to go over that in this stream, and who knows, hopefully get some new people in there. But yeah. So I've done a video like this on Starfield comparison to Fallout 3 and a Starfield comparison to the Outer Worlds, and I've broken it down to certain topics that I've been talking about, and this video will more so follow the pattern that I used for the Starfield and Outer Worlds comparison. First thing I do want to talk about in this is combat. Now, the combat in Starfield and Fallout 4, I really do enjoy the two of them a lot. You can argue they're my favorite in the Bethesda games that I've played. I do appreciate the Fallout 3 combat system, even though it is very simple, quite outdated, quite an old system. I just do appreciate it for the time that the game did come out in 2008, but the Fallout 4 and the Starfield combat system are absolutely brilliant. I mean, with the Starfield, I just do love the complexity and the creativity that you can get with the boost pack itself, with the power, with the wacky and weird weapons that you can create and use. I do appreciate the combat in Starfield massively. When I mention combat, I'm also talking about ship combat, because that is a part of the game. I do think that powers and ships are a huge factor in Starfield, and a huge reason why I do appreciate and love the combat in the game. It just does allow for a lot of creativity. With the ship, it comes in a thing of you create your own ship and you can modify it however you want. The ship that you create, the weapons that you put on, you go out there, use them yourself, and only you know how to use them best because you've created them from the ground up. In terms of Fallout, the Fallout combat is actually very good. The gunplay feels absolutely amazing. In terms of if it feels better than Starfield, you could maybe say that it does. I mean, I really do love the gunplay in Fallout 4. I would probably say that it is better than Starfield. Not by much though. I do think they are very close. In terms of which game takes it for me in terms of combat, I will have to slightly, a small bit, give it to Fallout 4, just because of how good the gunplay feels. The power armor combat is also brilliant in Starfield. You really do feel like you're in a tank when you're using that power armor. Starfield almost took it from me because the gunplay is good and the ship fighting is a huge point in Starfield, but I will just have to give it to Fallout 4 in this space. Next thing I was talking about is exploration. In terms of exploration, I actually don't have a solid winner for this one. I said they're just both mixed. Starfield exploration, you can go to absolutely any planet you want, look for resources in any planet. You can use those resources for upgrading your weapon, finishing your research, building an outpost, upgrading your ship. There's too many things that you can use the resources that you go out and look for in Starfield. The fact that you can just find random robotic labs, science labs, anything at all, and you know specific materials will be in certain areas that you look at. For example, in a cave you know what to expect, in a medical facility you know what to expect, in a weapons facility you know what to expect. That's what I do love about Starfield. On these random planets, you can just find the most random things ever. The exploration is absolutely brilliant in Starfield. Fallout 4's exploration is also appreciated. I mean, in Boston, downtown Boston, there's also the Glowing Sea area. Many different sections of the map in Fallout 4. And that was highlighted to us from the very beginning, since the trailer. So I do appreciate the exploration in Fallout 4. And I can tell that Starfield did take a lot from Fallout in terms of the materials and the resources when it comes to exploring and finding them, and even the tagging that came from Fallout 4. So yeah, maybe you could say I'd slightly give it to Starfield in terms of exploration, but Fallout 4 is close. Then the next topic I have is personality. I do believe that personality wise Fallout 4 does win on this one. It just does have more of a colourful cast of characters. I mean, you've got Cricket, you've got Meme Preston Garvey, you've got Paladin Dance, you've got Elder Maxon, you've got Dr. Lee, you've got Sean from the Institute, you've got Kellogg, you've got Dima from Far Harbor. I could go on all day with the amazing characters that Fallout 4 has. Starfield does have decent characters, but not a lot of memorable ones. I think the most memorable character in Starfield is arguably Sarah Morgan or the Hunter. or the Emissary. Fallout 4 definitely takes this one. The next thing I do have here are vehicles. Now Fallout 4 doesn't have vehicles in the game that you can use, so for this one I included the power armor. The power armor behaves like a walking tank. You can add a jetpack to it, so I will put it in the same category as vehicles. This one unanimously goes to Starfield. I do believe Starfield ships are one of the best in gaming that you can use. When I say that, you might think I sound crazy, but I'm talking about the fact that you can build a ship from the ground up and then it's fully operational. You can use it to travel around, you can use it in battle. I just do love that element of the game massively. And I do love that you actually have your own ship. You can decorate inside it, you can assign your own crew to it. It's literally linked to yourself. It's kind of your own brand. It's a part of yourself in Starfield. It's a massive part of yourself in the game because you do use it to navigate everywhere. In Fallout 4, the power armor is optional. It's not a part of your identity. In Starfield, the ship is, so I'll give it to Starfield. In terms of customization options, I did give it to Starfield in this section. If you do look at the weapons that you can customize, the customization options, I do believe Starfield is the better game for those. Now I do know that it did take a lot from Fallout 4 in terms of weapon customization, but then when I also talk about customization, I'm talking about character customization, the traits you can choose, the backgrounds you can choose. Starfield's character creation, I do believe, is better than Fallout 4's. Even the ship building, I include that in terms of customization. Fallout 4 does have good customization with the armor that you can add, the mods you can add to the armor, the weapon customization is brilliant. Even the power armor, I do love modifying my power armor. I do think it's a lovely touch. I do feel like Iron Man when I'm doing that. I feel like Tony Stark. So yeah, customization options, I will give it to Starfield in that sense. In terms of base building, this one is massive. Now they are very close. Starfield did take a lot of its base building inspiration from Fallout 4. Might be controversial, but I give it to Starfield in this sense. They are both very close, and I have built the better settlements in Fallout 4, maybe because I've just spent more time settlement building in Fallout 4 than I have in Starfield. In Fallout 4, I've built in different places, but the place I've built most of my stuff is Sanctuary, which is just one area. Starfield, random planets that I find with random biomes, temperatures, different habitats, atmosphere, that does inspire me to build and to create amazing outposts and brilliant places where we can lay our heads, where we can extract resources. You can make many outposts in Starfield and make them all have different functions. Another thing with base building that I did want to say also is the camera angle from Starfield when you're in base building. The top-down edition was absolutely amazing by Bethesda. I don't know why this wasn't in Fallout 4. I mean, it needed to be in the game from the beginning. So yeah, base building, I will give it to Starfield slightly. The thing with these games is they're actually very close. It's hard for me to choose, say, a clear winner. There isn't one game that's better than the other massively. They're extremely close, to two of them, I think. There are things that Fallout 4 does way better than Starfield, and there are things that I find Starfield does way better than Fallout 4. Next thing I do want to talk about is skills, in terms of leveling up, in terms of modifying your skills, managing your skills, and appointing slots for your skills and your character. I did give this one to Starfield just because of the fact that Starfield does something that I really do appreciate. It forces you to use whatever it is that you want to level up. For example, there was a point when I was playing Starfield and I realized that I wanted to use heavy weapons. I wanted to level up heavy weapons and make my character more compatible and more powerful when he's using heavy weapons. So Starfield told me, if it's a thing that you want to level up your heavy weapon skill, go out and use heavy weapons, get this many eliminations with it, and then come back and level that up. Fallout is just a normal one from the older Fallout games. You just level up your character, you level up one of the special traits, and then you can use your skill points from your level up to pick a perk. I mean, it is a cool system, it does work, but I just do appreciate Starfield slightly because of the fact that it literally makes you use whatever it is that you want to level up. If you want to level up something ship related, you have to do ship related activities and challenges that the game sets for you. So I will give it to Starfield. I do think more games should actually just follow this in general. Just actually make us use whatever it is that we want to level up, just so we can get more of a feel for it, become accustomed to it before we go all out and decide if that's what we actually want for our characters. The last thing I'm going to be talking about is main story and quests in general. I will give this one to Fallout 4 massively. I do think Fallout 4 quests are absolutely brilliant. The main quest from Fallout 4 is also extremely goated. The different factions that are in the game, the Railroad, the Brotherhood of Steel who made a return, the Mysterious Institute, who I thought were an absolutely brilliant faction also, the Minutemen, who some people may find annoying, but what they stand for is actually a good thing. It is a good section, good part of the game that you might enjoy, just helping out different settlements around the Commonwealth. But main story definitely goes to Fallout 4. The Starfield main story does kind of lack. I mean, some parts were fun. Seeing the Starborn for the first time was probably the coolest part of the Starfield main story. Fallout 4, there's too many. There's way too many. I mean, teleporting to the Institute for the first time, seeing Sean being taken from the beginning, finally finding Kellogg, the final mission. There's way too many in the main story of Fallout 4. In terms of the quests also, you have the likes of Far Harbor, you have Automatron, there's too many side quests in Fallout 4. Fallout 4 in terms of quests is just way better than Starfield, way better. That one will be hard to argue. But yeah guys, in terms of which game overall I find better, it really is hard for me to say which one. Now, I've been playing Fallout 4 since release. I've put more time into Starfield. Starfield has actually kept me more busy than Fallout 4 has. Not saying that I don't enjoy Fallout 4. It is one of my favorite games ever, and I've put a huge amount of time into Fallout 4. It's just that Starfield does distract me a lot more, and it does keep me busy a lot more. Personal preference, I would have to say Starfield maybe, just because of the fact that it does keep me busy more than Fallout 4. If you remove Starfield from me and force me to play Fallout 4, I will not be upset, because Fallout 4 is an absolutely amazing game and I do love and appreciate it. In terms of which one is better, hard to choose. Really is hard to choose. My personal preference in which I prefer to play is Starfield. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I actually am very curious just to hear what people think. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I am enjoying the run that I'm on making Starfield content. I really do hope you guys subscribe and just join the journey. Be sure to go to the description, look at my Twitch links, follow my Twitch. I will be doing a subathon stream, as I mentioned, on September 14th. Minimum 24-hour stream where I will just be doing a marathon playing Death Stranding 1 and Death Stranding 2. I really do hope you guys show up to the stream and show up some support. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to continue making these type of videos where I'm comparing different Bethesda and Obsidian games, and I will go ahead and make them. I do enjoy all these games, so these videos that I'm making, they are very fun. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you have a good one.